Om Swastiastu. First of all, let us praise to our mighty God, Ida Sang Hyang Widiwasa. Because of his blessing, we can gather in here in this Utsawa Dharma Gita competition. Secondly, I would like to say thank you for the honorable judges and all of the committee that allow me to follow this prestigious competition. Om Awiganamastu Namo Sidam. May good thoughts come from the various directions. My honorable judges and all of my Hindu brothers and sisters, like we all know that in these situations, our world and our lovely countries are struggling because of the coronavirus that makes a huge impact in our human life, from the things that we never do to the things that we have to do. And these coronavirus situations also make our life become heavier and scary because every day we are treated to a news that thousands, even a million of people died because of this coronavirus. And in these situations, our economic income also decreased significantly. So to overcome the situations, our government about a years ago has made regulations that we have to follow a new normal life. So we can live like usual by keep living with the health protocol. With the virus. So, what do you think with these regulations? Do you feel any difference? To make your life easier in these current situations, allow me, Nima Dedi Bintang from West Sumatra, to deliver a Dharma Wacana with the title, The Applications of Trihita Karana Concept in this COVID-19 pandemic situation. Ladies and gentlemen, most of you must know what is Trihita Karana. Yes, that is our basic concept to achieve the happiness and harmonious with Ida Sang Widiwasa, human, and also environment. And we also may not forget that the COVID-19 is also his creations. And in these 2 years, we've been living with his creations that makes a huge impact in our human life. Wasudaiwa Kutumbakam means we are all brothers. And a brothers means that we have to live in peace. If we want to live together with the virus, we cannot always be hostile with the virus, right? But how can we live together with the enemy? Okay, let's just look back before the coronavirus exists in our world. On a normal day, we usually gather in the temple on holiday like Purnama, Tilam, and we usually do ngayah together. We chant Vajatri Sandhya without using mask and also shake hands after praying. But now, in these current situations, we cannot do that. We have to keep our distance to each other, keep using our mask, and also not touching. Even the government has made regulations that we are forbidden to praying together in a temple. In Trihita Karana, especially in Parahyangan, explained that we have to keep our good relations with Ida Sang Hyang Widiwasa. But how can we do that when we are forbidden to praying together in the temple? My beloved Hindu brothers and sisters, like we all know that Ida Sang Hyang Widiwasa has a prosperity called Vyapi Vyapaka, which means that he exists everywhere. And even though we are not praying in a temple together, we still can do it at home with our family. And it still has the same value as long as we do it sincerely. And also, in dealing with the situations in our religions, we know the term Vira or Vira means the spirit and braveness to face life. And Dharma, it is our obligations to the effort in sustaining life. Well, both of these are our guidance to face any dangers and any challenges that happen in our life. It is also explained in Bhagavad Gita, Adhyaya 2, Sloka 3. Glaibyam masma gama parta, naitat huai upapadyate, sudran hridyaya daurbalyam, devotista parantapa, which means, O son of Pritha, do not yield of this degrading impotence. It doesn't become you. Give up such a bitter weakness of heart and arise, O chaster of the enemy. This sloka teaches us to be more brave in facing every obstacles in our life and give up such a big no. These situations also make our human relations with others become more restricted, since the government has begun to implement work-from-home regulations. These regulations make us to stay at home for both studying and working. And we all know that our lovely archipelago is famous with the people that have a high level of the mutual cooperations. So this is going to be a hard thing to do. In Pawangan, explained that we have to keep our good relations with the other humans. And in communications, I think we don't have to feel worried because now we are in the globalization's era where the technology is used more rather than talking face to face. But when we're using the technology, we also have to pay attention about the way that we use the technology, and it also needs proportions. If not, the technology will take over you and it will bring the bad impact for your body. Ladies and gentlemen, what about our environment? We as humans that depends our life in a nature, we also have to pay attention to what happens to our nature. Are you guys realize about one crucial problem that happen right now? That is a medical waste. Try to imagine when 1 billion of people in the world using a disposable mask and they not throw the mask properly in the trash. Imagine what happens to our world and to our oceans. The oceans will become dirty and pollute. So, by throwing the mask properly in the trash and following the B3 instructions, the mask will be easier to unravel, and we have keep the environment clean. Talking about keeping the environment clean, it's written in Bhagavad Gita, Adhyaya 5, Sloka number 25. Bhuta, Hita, Rata, Brahma, Nirvana, which means anyone whose life is preserving the nature, they will reach Nirvana or heaven. And it is also written in Sarasya Muchaya, Sloka 135. Always strive for the welfare of the life beings, because only by maintaining the welfare, the survival and the existence in this world will be guaranteed. Ladies and gentlemen, did you guys know the case that happened in India about a couple months ago? The case that staggered the world because in that case, 1 million of Indian people die in just 3 days, and many kinds of the viruses appear in our world. Above all, I would like to send my biggest condolences for the situations that happens in India. And I do hope that this situation or this case won't be happen again in our world and our lovely country. From this case, we can take a lesson that praying to God is important, but obeying to the whole protocol is more important. Both of it have to be balanced and not one-sided. Finally, we come to the conclusions of this Dharma Wacana. To be honest, I'm very proud that I am as a Hindu person because we have these three Hita Karana teachings. As we all know that three Hita Karana teachings is a universal lesson that can be used in every situation and in every conditions. And I also have a message for all of you to always keep our harmony between others. Last word, I would like to say thank you very much, and hopefully my Dharma Wacana could be useful for all of us. I end this Dharma Wacana with Paramasanti. Om Santi, 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 Om.